Welcome back to Monique Speaks and Reactions. So guys, look at your screen right there. I don't know if you guys remember, and I will link this particular video in the description box below, but the dancing butt doctor, Dr. Boutte. If you remember my video, I was doing a series on BBLs. And on this channel, if you're new here, welcome. And if you've not been here before, thank you so much for joining me, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel. On Monique Speaks and Reactions, I react to other content creators, trending news, stories, and that might help other people. This particular video I did, it was regarding Dr. Boutte. She was a dermatologist located in Atlanta, Georgia, and she had a plethora of issues and lawsuits against her, and even one of her patients passed away. So I tried to follow up on these stories because, you know, things do happen. And I did recognize that something had gone on. So guys, let's go to the tape, and you know how we do on this channel. We comment, we participate, and we talk about it. And the reason why I was doing a story on BBLs is because it was one of the surgeries that I've seen that really people weren't really speaking about as far as the dangers and the mortality related to BBLs. But one particular story touched my heart regarding a particular nurse, but I'll link that particular video as well. A nurse who was on her way to get married, to get her PhD, and she lost her life after complications from a surgery with Miss Boutte. But guess what I found out about her? Let's listen and watch, and I'll come back with my commentary. Here we go.
The dancing doctor is treating patients again. I'm George Estevez.
And I'm Karen Greer. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray is here now. And Justin, you learned this doctor still has a suspended medical license here in Georgia.
She has no active medical license, Karen, that we can find anywhere. It's those dancing videos on social media that made Dr. Wendell Boutte famous. And turns out it was also social media that inadvertently exposed her new identity to former patients.
Good morning. How are you? Good.
We sent a Channel 2 producer undercover at Eden Med Spa in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
We came because of who is seeing patients here.
How long have you been doing this?
Been doing injections 1997.
Dr. Catherine Davis, MD, was listed as the owner of Eden Med Spa on the website. It touts Dr. Davis's experience at UCLA, Cedars-Sinai, and Emory. Hi, Dr. Davis, or is it Dr. Boutte? It's Justin Gray from Channel 2.
Wow. When I tell you these investigative news reporters really get in, what happens is she lost her license because there were a plethora of malpractice lawsuits, and even a person passed away, which was the nurse that passed away last year. And I did a story on her, and I'll link all of those videos together. But they went to Texas and found out she was working under a new name. She changed her name to Catherine Davis, and she's working in Texas, no longer working in Atlanta. So why do you think she turned around when he said, oh, Catherine Davis, or is this Dr. Boutte? And you see she runs the other way. Let's see what else happened.
Do you have a Texas medical license? Davis started laughing at that very serious question, but there's nothing funny about the memories that flooded back when O.J. Liber got a Facebook friend suggestion for Catherine Davis.
Then once I saw it on Facebook, I clicked on it and realized that, like, that's Dr. Boutte.
So yeah, O.J. is the son of the nurse that I did the story on who lost her life. She knows she's no longer with us. I think she passed away last year, and someone sent him a link to Facebook showing Dr. Boutte, who now has changed her name to Catherine Davis. But look at her here. This is what she was known for, guys. And one of the controversial things that was going on, she was dancing, which was totally unprofessional, while somebody was sedated and dancing to rap music. And as you can see right here, it's blurred out. That's somebody's backside.
The dancing doctor videos from the operating table Dr. Wendell Boutte once posted to social media got viral attention after his investigation. But OJ was thinking about his mother, Isilma Cornelius. She was about to be married and earn her PhD in nursing when a cosmetic surgery by Dr. Boutte went very wrong, and Cornelius suffered permanent brain damage.
In my 20s, I was now the parent.
OJ became his mother's caretaker every day for 7 years until she passed away last July from complications of those injuries. His was one of a series of more than a dozen malpractice settlements and rulings with Dr. Boutte. Millions of dollars in judgments.
So she has multiple malpractice lawsuits, and OJ took care of her for 7 years. This young man was going to college in his 20s, and he had to become the caregiver for his mom. The wedding was off, of course. She's no longer getting her PhD. She wasn't able to even take care of herself. And unfortunately, guys, I reported on the story because I'll go back and I'll check on things. She passed away in July related to complications from that surgery. And there's that woman dancing in the videos. But look at what's happening. She's still dancing, y'all.
The state medical board ultimately suspended Boutte's license. Susan Went represented many of Boutte's former patients in court.
Patients, for damn sure, have a right to know your doctor's history.
Catherine Davis is Wendell Boutte's middle and maiden names. Nothing about Dr. Boutte's troubling legal and professional history comes up with a Google search of that new identity.
I want somebody who knows what they're doing, working on me.
Exactly.
So we sent in our Channel 2 Action News producer to see what Dr. Davis tells patients. We switched off the undercover camera in the exam room. Davis let our producer record the consultation on her phone.
So as a physician, you're trained, okay, what the worst case scenario?
According to Texas law, it's illegal to advertise or promote yourself as a doctor without a Texas medical license. There's no license listed for her as Catherine Davis or Wendell Boutte. A consent order in Georgia also bars Miss Boutte from using the titles physician, doctor, or MD, but she has been.
Do you know it's illegal to advertise yourself as a doctor in Texas without a medical license?
Quiet with us, but online, she is dancing again, this time with needles in advertising.
Now, this is the craziest part of it. Those dancing videos were the videos that went viral and got her in so much trouble and caused so much pain and anguish for patients. What would possess her to even do this dancing number again? Whether you're in a new state, she assumed another identity and thought people would not find out. I don't think people really realize that with the advent of the internet, especially, I think it's something that patients needs to know, you know? But look at her dance.
Here you see Davis injecting a patient in an online promotional event. In her consultation with our undercover producer, Davis repeatedly referenced her medical experience as a dermatologist and a plastic surgeon.
I've done a lot of abdominoplasties, tummy tucks, breast implants.
I would like her to be truthful to her patients.
Do your patients know you have a suspended license? Do you tell anybody on your consultations about Wendell Boutte?
You know you guys are harassing someone?
That's the other owner of Eden Med Spa, Amber Larson. She seemed surprised when we called Miss Davis Dr. Boutte.
Dr. who?
Dr. Boutte. Her name is Dr. Wendell Boutte.
No, it's not.
Yes, it actually is.
After we sent questions to Eden Med Spa, the language on their website started changing. References to doctor disappearing. We even watched it happening in real time. Then later it was changed again to no longer show Davis as owner.
Yet she's still holding herself out as being a physician who has all of these credentials, but she's omitting a lot of really important information.
This is what Boutte, or as she prefers, Miss Davis, told our undercover producer about how she went from Atlanta plastic surgeon to a Texas med spa.
Pace, and I'm just doing injections, so this is my happy place. This is 58 years old. I'm just kind of like riding it out.
Well, that nurse, Dr. OJ's mom, is not able to write it out. And I guess it's okay to change your name, but she changed her name to disguise, in my opinion, and to hide her past medical errors. You know, we put our trust in doctors and nurses, in the legal system. We put our trust in a lot of different people, but in those arenas, you know, when you're going to have surgery, you're trusting that surgeon, you're trusting the anesthesiologist, you're trusting the scrub nurses, you're trusting them to do what they say. This woman went and assumed a whole nother identity, moved to Texas, is dancing with needles in her hand. It is the most bizarre and craziest thing. But my hat goes off to these investigative reporters because they caught her. And as you can see, Eden Spa in Texas, well, they updated their, webpage to take off doctor because it's illegal to use those initials if you are not a physician. And she was told by the medical board not to use them. But let's see what else the investigative reporter has to say.
Writing it out, she says, the most recent license for Eden Med Spa on the Texas business registration site was voluntarily terminated in August. We've repeatedly asked the Secretary of State in Texas and Eden Med Spa if there is a new license and who is listed on it as owner, but nobody has answered that question.
Wow. So guys, this is her in her Cut It video that she had online. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. And OJ, he knows that, Dr. Boutte, that was her name, is,
10 times stronger than the blue pill. Place this under your tongue to raise the snake whenever you want.
Guys,
today I will reveal something that almost...
Let me stop the video. I'm sorry. This is a situation where, we just got to ask questions. But we won't be able to, this situation, if somebody went in that spa and wanted to know a doctor's background, it would be hard to find out because nothing would come up under Catherine Davis, but it would come up under, I think it's Wendell Davis, Boutte, Catherine. She had multiple names and she changed it to Catherine Davis. So nothing would ever come up. You wouldn't see anything. But guys, let me know what you think about this update on the dancing butt doctor, Dr. Boutte, who is now AKA Catherine Davis. Condolences to OJ, his mom. Last year, July, passed away. And her dreams and her wishes. He's an only child, so it's just him. And it's a sad situation. So I report on these type of stories just to bring awareness so people can understand that there are risks to these surgeries. And even if you have a doctor that has credentials, sometimes they don't always do the right thing. Ask me how I know. But anyway, y'all, that's why I do some of these stories, because these stories do have a personal touch to them, meaning touch. Some of these stories, why I report on them, because they interest me, but I'm trying to bring awareness about certain things and topics. So do me a favor, get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this update. I'll keep watching and seeing what goes on. I don't know. I guess she can continue to work at that facility just as long as she doesn't use the MD behind her name. But anyway, y'all, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next upload. Peace, and I'm out.